Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Are you tired of sending job applications with no response? If so, I'm going to tell you some LinkedIn tweaks today that will get recruiters reach out to you and not the other way around. I know this sounds too good to be true, but stay with me till the end because I'm going to share something that's practically worked for me big time, and also some of my colleagues have seen very positive results with this approach. I'm going to share clear-cut strategies on how you can improve your game. And no, I'm not going to give the general advice like just add some keywords to your LinkedIn profile. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll share real practical advice that you can implement and start seeing results. Now let's jump straight into it. Number one, recruiter's mindset. First, try to understand how recruiters try to find candidates when they are looking to fill a position. So recruiters don't keep endlessly scrolling through profiles to find the best match. Instead, they use something called filters. And there are three important parameters that they use in these filters. Number one is a job title. Number two is location, and number three is the skill set. So for example, if you're looking for a particular job, for example, like a marketing manager, what you need to do is just go and find some job description based on the level of your role, like the seniority of your role. Try to find out what kind of keywords are being used and what kind of level of seniority they're looking for in terms of the job responsibilities in that JD. And what you can do is you can analyze the most important keywords from the job description, and then you need to naturally include them on your LinkedIn profile. You need to follow the same approach on your resume, but this is how you get seen when recruiters start searching on LinkedIn. You need to make sure that you have most relevant keywords for that job role. And also what I'd advise is that you need to make sure you always try to show impact on your LinkedIn resume. For example, if you're working as a marketing manager at an X company, right? Don't just mention that I'm a marketing manager at X company. Instead, what you can do is you can mention that you are a marketing manager, you are an SEO specialist, and you've delivered maybe, let's suppose, 120% growth in terms of search optimization for your company, or any other stat that gives real impact. Whenever a recruiter opens your profile on LinkedIn and gets to see some impressive stats, that's where they'll be really impressed, and that's something that will want them to call you for an interview. That's one of the most easiest way to get an interview call. Now let's move to the second section, which is all about your profile optimization. You need to make sure you don't keep your profile bland just with the role and the company. Instead, what you do is you write about your job title, you also write about your specialization, and then talk about the impact you've created. That's what will impress people, guys. Your profile is not optimized. Even if you're ending up in search results, it won't look impressive when recruiters find your profile. So the key is make your profile show the value that you can deliver if a company hires you. You definitely want to make a very good first impression when a recruiter lands on your profile. So make sure to talk about what you're best at and what is your top achievement and what kind of results you can deliver in your profile's about section. That is very important. And also don't try to use or copy someone else's generic statements. Make sure you have some stats in it and make sure they're also relevant to your role, which is also something true to what you've done. Because if you put something that looks impressive on your profile or your resume, and when you actually get an opportunity to interview, and if it turns out that you aren't able to kind of justify the stats or the metrics that you put on your profile, it's just waste of time and effort, guys, seriously. So make sure whatever you write on your resume or your profile, make sure it's true, something that you have done. If you can't find something immediately, just spend some time and try to come up with some real stats. And I would strongly advise you from putting any fake numbers there or fake job responsibilities, because it's not going to help you in any way and it's just going to hurt you only. So keep this in mind, guys, when you're updating your profile and your resume. You need to stand by each line that you write on your resume and on your LinkedIn profile, because you never know when you might be grilled about that particular point in your interviews, and you don't want to ruin your interviews just because of some fake points on your profile. So make sure you're fully prepared and are aware of what you've written there. Now, number three, let's talk about visibility tactics. So there are two things here. Number one is making sure your profile has the basic details in it. For example, adding a nice profile picture to it. Also try to add a nice background cover to your LinkedIn profile that is relevant. Make sure you have those job specific keywords naturally spread across your profile. Don't just dump all the keywords in a single place like hashtags or something. Don't do that at all. Just naturally make sure they are distributed and well organized across your profile, which will give an authentic feeling when someone views your profile. And another way to kind of get more visibility is by engaging with the community, guys. For example, if you're aiming to get a new job at the next company, what I'd recommend is try to find the hiring managers in those companies and the recruiters in those companies, and send connection requests to them and start engaging with their in an authentic way, which will get your profile into their circles, so it feels like a natural connection instead of asking them directly for a job. Because people nowadays are used to those generic messages where people directly ask for a referral. I'm not seeing that working anymore in 2024 and going forward into 2025 as well. Instead, what I'd recommend is try to build a genuine connection by engaging with their content first, and then try to build conversation with them, which would feel more authentic, and they also have a feeling that they know you from probably whatever interaction you've had with them, and which gives you more probability of they passing on a referral or maybe even sharing the word with the hiring manager as well. So try to do that, and that will pay you big time, guys. This is something that has personally worked for me quite a lot of times. I'm totally telling you from my personal experience. And another thing that I would definitely recommend is try to post some content, right? For example, as a product manager, I often try to engage with other content that is relevant to the product management space, and you can also try to come up with some posts that will help your colleagues. For example, if I'm a product manager, what I would write about is how to prioritize a product backlog or any other pain points that other product managers would also face, which will give a very good impression when a recruiter looks at your profile, because it will add to your credibility and the kind of authority that you have on your domain. So it is very important to do this, guys. Now let's move on to number 4, which is networking strategy. Now try to make a list of 10 companies that you want to get into. Just 10, don't make them too many. Even if it's less, much better. After you make a list of those 10 companies, what you need to do is you need to kind of go into the LinkedIn search and use that company name and add hiring manager or recruiter to that company name. And even if you have some location, you can also add that into the LinkedIn search, and then you get to see a lot of people in that company in that particular role relevant to your location. What you can then do is you can start sending them connection requests, and instead of directly asking for a job, what you can do exactly is that you try to interact with them and engage with them for a couple of weeks. Like, try to warm them up before you directly reach out to them asking for an insight into their company, or maybe even asking them for an help with a referral. This will definitely help, guys. And also what I've personally seen is that instead of directly talking to the hiring managers, and try to build a genuine rapport with the recruiter first, because hiring managers sometimes they are very busy, sometimes they could respond and they might ask you to apply directly to the job. But if you actually share your experience and CV again with the recruiter, although you've applied online, it will give them an additional opportunity to recheck your profile, and you can end up with an interview call, which is a big thing in this competitive times, guys. So don't miss that opportunity. Just interact with them a bit and try to kind of then message them. Some recruiters are very helpful. They will definitely make some time based on your personal request and review your CV. Sometimes it might give you a very good opportunity to interview for your dream company. And definitely use the LinkedIn alumni tool or any other colleagues that you worked in the past who might have been working at that company. Try to get in touch with them. I think that's the most easiest way where they can actually give you a referral, because they've already known you or you have some common connection with them. That will definitely add a slight edge to the probability of landing an interview call with that company. And with that said, we've reached the end of this video. I hope this video is helpful and insightful. And remember, guys, all these points that I've shared in this video are completely coming from my personal experience, and this is something that I've also shared with some of my friends and colleagues by following these strategies. So I definitely recommend you to follow these, and let me know how you're finding them, what kind of response you're seeing. And if you need any help with any of these points, do drop a comment, as I'm always here and I'll try to reply to every comment and will help you to the best of my ability. And I wish you all the best, guys, and I hope you find a job soon. Thanks for watching.